Welcome to all of you. Today we will discuss about special type of equilibria, that is solubility equilibria. In this video we will learn solubility, then factors affecting solubility and the classification of the salt based on solubility, saturated solutions, sparingly soluble salt, then solubility equilibrium and solubility product. Now first we will learn about solubility. Solubility is defined as the maximum amount of substance in moles that can be dissolved at constant temperature to give 1 liter of its saturated solution. That means solubility is the property of a substance to get dissolved in the solvent in order to form a solution. So it is defined as the concentration, as it is the amount of substance in a 1 liter volume of a saturated solution. It is defined as the concentration of a substance in its saturated solution at given temperature is known as solubility, and it is expressed in moles per liter or moles per decimeter cube. And saturated solution is a solution which contains maximum amount of solute dissolved in a given amount of solvent at given temperature. Suppose if you take 1 liter of water and if you add 1 gram of sodium chloride into it, then what happens? It gets easily dissolved, and whatever solution you will get, NaCl solution you will get, that is an unsaturated solution of NaCl. But if you go on adding more and more NaCl into it, then at a particular stage the sodium chloride cannot dissolve in the water, and that stage or that solution is known as a saturated solution. So saturated solution means solution in which no more solute can dissolve at given temperature in a given amount of solvent. That is called as a saturated solution. And the solubility of the substance, it depends upon number of factors such as lattice enthalpy, hydration enthalpy or solvation enthalpy, nature of solute, nature of solvent and temperature. And for given solute dissolved in given solvent, the solubility depends upon the temperature. That means some salt dissolves at high temperature, whereas the same salt at low temperature does not dissolve. That is, in a cold solvent it does not dissolve, but the temperature of the solvent is increased, then salt get easily dissolved. So it depends upon temperature also. And out of these factors, the most important factor which affect the solubility, that is lattice enthalpy of salt and solvation enthalpy or hydration enthalpy of ions in the solution. So lattice enthalpy of a salt means what? You know the salt. In salt, cations and anions are bound together by electrostatic force of attraction, and that is called as an ionic bond. To break this ionic bond, to separate these cations and anions, to break this bonding between cation and anion, some amount of energy is required, and that amount of energy is known as a lattice enthalpy. So amount of energy required to break 1 mole of a solid salt into its ions, cations and anions, is known as what? The lattice enthalpy. And if the forces of attraction, that is bonding between the cation and anion, is very strong, then more amount of energy is required to break the lattice of the salt. And hydration enthalpy or solvation enthalpy is the amount of energy released when 1 mole of a solid salt get dissolved in solvent. Whenever the salt get dissolved then it get salt is added into water, it get dissociated, and during this the solute molecule interact with a solvent, and that is called as a solvation process. And during this solvation process some amount of energy is released, that is called as a solvation enthalpy. So when solvent is water, then it is called as a hydration enthalpy. To dissolve any salt in a solvent, there are some conditions. That is what? If lattice enthalpy, that is amount of energy required to break the bonding between cation and anion, if it is less than solvation enthalpy, that is amount of energy released when the salt get dissolved in a solvent, if it is more than lattice enthalpy, then only the salt can dissolve in a solvent. That means what? Here if solvation enthalpy is greater than lattice enthalpy, salt is soluble, and if solvation enthalpy is less than lattice enthalpy, then salt is insoluble in the given solvent. So this amount of solvation enthalpy depends upon the nature of the solvent. If the solvent is non-polar, then amount of solvation enthalpy is less, and in such a cases lattice enthalpy is more, and therefore salt is not soluble. But here the polar solvent is there, then amount of solvation enthalpy is more and salt get dissolved. So polar salts, you know that in salts cations and anions are there, and therefore and you also know that like dissolves in like. So polar substances get dissolved in a polar solvent, and therefore in such a cases amount of solvation energy is more. If the amount of solvation energy enthalpy or energy is more, then salt get easily dissolved. For example, see here NaCl crystal. It is a lattice of NaCl. When it is added into water or dissolved into water, then sodium ions and chloride ions get separated, and solvation of sodium ion and the chloride ion takes place. The chloride ions get surrounded by positive poles of water, and sodium ion gets surrounded by the negative poles of water, and thus they get separated and solution is formed. And during this process of hydration, amount of energy is released, and that is called as what? The enthalpy of hydration. Now depending upon the solubility of salts are classified into three main categories: soluble, slightly soluble and sparingly soluble. Actual 5 categories are there: highly soluble salt, slightly soluble salt, sparingly soluble salt, and the completely insoluble salt. But these are the in between the two extremes, that is highly soluble salt and completely insoluble salt. There are 3 main categories, that is soluble, slightly soluble and sparingly soluble. So soluble salts, in case of soluble salt, solubility is greater than 0.1 molar. That means 0.1 mole in 1 liter. If it is greater than 0.1 molar, then such a salts are called as a soluble salt. If the solubility is in between 0.01 and 0.1 molar, then such a salts are slightly soluble. And if the solubility is less than 0.1 molar, then such a salts are called as a sparingly soluble salt. And if it is much more less than 0.1 molar, then it is called as what? Completely insoluble salts. And if the solubility of the salt is much more than 0.1 molar, then it is called as a highly soluble salt, such as sodium chloride or potassium chloride. Now, sparingly soluble salt means a salt which has very small or negligible solubility. Just now we have studied in water is called as a sparingly soluble salt. Now, which salts are sparingly soluble? AgCl, lead sulfate, AgI, calcium phosphate, then lead iodide, barium sulfate, then lead chloride. All these are the sparingly soluble salts. Now, such a salt, that is sparingly soluble salt, when it is placed in water, then very small amount of that sparingly soluble salt get dissolved in water to form the saturated solution. And like this, see here, AgCl is a sparingly soluble salt. When it is dissolved in water, very small amount of AgCl get dissolved and that forms equilibrium with Ag ions and Cl ions in an aqueous medium. And in this saturated solution equilibrium, in its saturated solution, equilibrium will exist between dissolved salt and its ion. And this equilibrium is called as what? Solubility equilibrium. This equilibrium reaction is called as what? Solubility equilibrium. Now see here, if you apply law of mass action to this solubility equilibrium reaction, then you will get what? The equilibrium constant, that is solubility equilibrium constant, and that is equal to concentration of Ag ion into concentration of Cl ion divided by concentration of undissociated molecule of AgCl. But this AgCl is in a solid form, so the concentration of undissolved solid AgCl is constant, and that constant is denoted by K dash, and therefore this equation becomes like this: K is equal to molar concentration of Ag ion into molar concentration of Cl ion divided by K dash. Therefore K into K dash, which is a new constant, is equal to molar concentration of Ag ion into molar concentration of Cl ion, and this new constant is called as solubility product, and this is denoted by Ksp. So solubility product is the product of concentrations of ions in a saturated solution, and it is denoted by symbol Ksp. So in general, salt is represented like this: BXAY, and such a salt in general is represented like this, and such a salt when get dissolved in water, then it very small amount of this salt get dissolved and it forms equilibrium with B ions and A ions. So BXAY when get dissolved, then it gives X moles of B ions and Y moles of A ions. Therefore solubility product for this particular reaction is what? Ksp is equal to B, concentration of B ion raised to X. X moles are there, so raised to X into concentration of A raised to Y, as Y moles of A ions are present at the equilibrium reaction. So in saturated solution of sparingly soluble salt, the product of equilibrium concentration of the constituent ions raised to the power equal to their respective coefficients in the balance equilibrium expression at a given temperature is called as solubility product. It is denoted as a Ksp. So here there are some expressions of Ksp for different types of sparingly soluble salts, such as barium sulfate. Barium sulfate is a type of a salt, Ba type of a salt. So 1 mole of B ions and 1 mole of SO4 ions are present in barium sulfate. So barium sulfate when dissociate gives B ions plus SO4 ion, and therefore Ksp value for this Ksp is equal to expression of solubility product is equal to concentration of Ba plus into concentration of SO4 minus 2 ions. Like that, calcium fluoride, that is a type of salt, Ba2 type of a salt, and when it dissociate gives you what? Calcium ions plus 2 moles of fluoride ion, and Ksp is equal to molar concentration of calcium ion into molar concentration of fluoride ion raised to 2, where 2 is the coefficient, stoichiometric coefficient in a balanced chemical equation. So power is raised to 2. Then bismuth sulfide, Bi2S2, when it is dissociated, it gives you 2 moles of Bi ions, bismuth ion, and 3 moles of sulfide ions in the solution. So at the equilibrium, so Ksp is equal to concentration of bismuth ion raised to 2 into concentration of sulfide ion raised to power 3. Like that, calcium phosphate Ca3PO4 twice. So here it dissociates and gives you 3 moles of calcium ion and 2 moles of PO4 ions. So the solubility product expression for this particular salt, sparingly soluble salt, is what? Concentration of calcium ion raised to power 3 into concentration of PO4 ion raised to power 2. So like this you can give solubility expression for solubility product of different types of sparingly soluble salt. So thank you. We will see the relation between solubility and solubility product in next lecture.